Okay, so welcome to this tutorial. We're going to see how to convert a very high dense, this almost 500,000 vertices poly count to this. We're going to use automatic tools using ZBrush and Maya. This retopology is not perfect, but it can be used for testing, for prototyping. If you are an indie developer, you can create a model, maybe for alpha testing. Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so welcome to this video of automatic retopology. I'm an indie developer and this flow is very helpful for fast prototyping. But okay, first, why retopology? The issue is due to current computation power limits. Performance is essential, so reducing the poly count, especially in high dense poly count meshes, is crucial for getting a good FPS in video games, 60 FPS, and no lagging render. Meshes with a lot of faces, edges, and vertices are compute intensive. Having millions of polygons deforming at real time can cost a lot of resources and can even break the program. So also topology is required in the film and video game industry for rigging and animation. Thus the mesh quality is affected. You sculpt a high poly mesh in ZBrush with micro details and then you texture it using Substance Painter. You can use manual retopology. Manual increases the quality of the deformations of the rigging process, of the optimization on the performance. And automatic does everything average good in an average good results, but not optimal, but you can implement it fast without a lot of work because you can focus on creating high quality sculpts. If you have limited time, you can focus on the sculpts, try to focus on creating these sculpts in ZBrush and giving a great painting. And then with an automatic flow, you can reduce the poly count using the tools we're going to see in this tutorial. And then you can recover the details by baking using normal maps for video games for recovering details and light reflection without being compute intensive. Top software for retopology. You can use Maya, ZBrush, ZRemesher with polygroups, Blender with ZRemesher, and Topogon. Topogon is $100 approximately, one pay. Maya is the industry standard, but you will need to pay a monthly fee that is high. Also, ZBrush you need a license, the same as Maya. And Blender is free, but you will need to pay ZRemesher, that is for automatic retopology. Also, the retopology can be done manually, and I recommend using Maya or Topogon. And if you don't have the money, you will need to use Blender. Games versus films. In video games, a mesh with retopology will commonly use a normal map, and in films, we'll use a displacement map. In the developer's scenario, I need to create a lot of plants, buildings, and creatures. You need to do automatic retopology for almost the majority of meshes in alpha phase. Use high quality manual retopology for main characters and for beta and official release. So you will do the manual retopology using Maya. I recommend that. You will need to pay the Maya or you can pay Topogon, and you will need to do manual retopology for at least the main characters and recommended for all. So you need to improve your workflow, especially if you're an indie developer and you need to produce a lot of meshes because you want to be original. If you're in an indie studio, if you are in a AAA game studio, these areas are maintained by different profiles and artists. But if you are an indie developer or you are a 3D generalist, a CG artist, you will need to do all this process by yourself. Okay, so here we have our model. So we can go to frame, and as you can see, we have this quantity of points. So to do this ZRemesher, we're going to do a couple of things. First, we're going to subdivide it one more time. Then we're going to create polygroups. Then we're going to create polygroups under the eyes, nose, mouth, and ears. So we're going to use this tool. So you click on Control. We're using control. We're using the mask pen. So we're going to reduce the size and also the focal shift to -100. So now let's do some painting around the eye and the eyelid. So when you finish the painting, you will click Ctrl W or Command W in Mac. Also for the nose, Command W. Now let's turn it. Okay, Command W. The other eye. Control. We're using the mask pen. If you don't have this selected, you click here, pressing Control or Command, and then you will change. Okay, so now let's do this. No, me here, here. Control. Control W. Now the mouth, the lips. Control W. Now, no, sorry, here more. Control W. Now the ears. Control W. Control W. There's the ear, the other ear. W. Now we're going to go to geometry, and here is a model. As you see, the topology is not correct. We're going to use the ZRemesher for automatic retopology. Of course, it's recommended to create an original topology recommended on Maya, but now we're going to use this for prototyping and testing. So now let's put maybe 9, keep groups, and now click on ZRemesher. And as you see, it preserved this polygroup for deformation. So now, for example, we subdivide, we have a lot more clean topology, maybe 53, like that. And this topology You can see is for prototyping is good, but if, of course for production. But this is not the final. We're going to now export it. Export as object. Tut. And now in Maya, we're going to import this object that is this ZRemesher. And here we have it. As you can see, we have the groups, so we're going to delete all this. We go back to ZBrush and we're going to delete the polygroups. I'm going to go here to polygroups and then group visible. Now they are merged. Now we export. Yes. Now we go to Maya. We're going to import this DC4. Now is one. And the next thing to do is to remesh, and then we are going to mesh retopologize, and let's give 9,000 or even 10,000. I mean, I'm hoping computers will be very powerful. No, 9,000. 9,000. Maybe it's a lot, but I want to preserve. Okay, so we select. So mesh retopologize 9,000 retopologize. So it will take about 30 seconds or more. So let's wait. Okay, so here the topology, as you see, is enough. Is not the best. We lose some details, but the general forms are here. One important thing to say is we can go back to ZBrush and we have the original model. If we import, we have the ZRemesher. This model, we can recover all the details from this model and we can project all these details. This is the same, has vertices on the same surface of this. This is a simplified version of this. So you can project all these details into this model using 4 video games, normal maps, and 4 films displacement maps. But remember, computer power is increasingly exponentially, so this is going to be better every single year that passes. So thank you for seeing this tutorial. Okay, so finally, this tutorial is sponsored by myself. You can go to ascendance.dev. I'm working on an encyclopedia that will consist of articles, courses, classes, lessons. Now we have available some articles and you can sign up and get 100 digital tokens. It's free, so go to ascendance.dev.